Okay, as we start the calculator programming project, the first thing you're going to do is look at each numbered line on the picture and write down the endpoints of each line in the space down here. For example, the first line, for line 1, the endpoints are -7, 0, and -9, 2. But what you'll write down here is -7, comma, 0, comma, -9, 2. And you'll do that for all 38 lines on the picture. Once you have all that in, and you have it all written down here on your paper for all 38 lines, then you'll be ready to go to the calculator to start programming. So the first thing you'll want to do when you're creating your program is to clear all the settings. So you'll do second plus 7, 1, 2. Then you'll press the program, arrow over to new, and press enter. So hit the program button, arrow over to new, press enter, and then you're going to name the program using your first name and last initial, and then press enter. So when you hit the numbers that correspond with the letters of your name, for example, the left parenthesis is the K, so it'll be K, and you won't have to press anything else. It'll automatically put letters. So mine will be K, I, R, K, and then last initial would be K, and then press enter. Then we'll insert the following. Now every command that we put in has got to start with a colon, so at the end of each command you have to press enter and start it on a new line. So the first thing we want to put in the program is a clear draw, and you'll hit draw 1 to get that. So we want to put a clear draw, so we'll hit draw, which you have to do second program 1 for the clear draw, press enter, and it'll start a new line ready for a new command. And the second one is axis off. You'll hit format, then highlight axis off and press enter. So format is under zoom, second zoom, arrow down to axis off. When it's blinking, you'll press enter. It'll put that command in your program. Hit enter again, and we'll be ready for a new command on the next line. The next one is Z standard. That's going to set up the window. So we'll hit zoom 6 to get that. So zoom is right here, zoom. You can just hit the number 6. Press enter. The next command is zoom square, and that's zoom 5. Zoom 5. Press enter. And then we're ready to start putting in the lines. So to start putting in the lines, you'll hit draw, which is second program 2, and then our first line is -7, 0, -9, 2. So we'll put -7, comma, 0, comma, -9, comma, 2, close parenthesis, and then even though it went down to this next line, it doesn't have a colon there, so I need to press enter again and make sure that I start the next line on a fresh command prompt, which is this colon. So then I'll just keep going through all the lines that I have here, and I'll put them all in, all 37, 38, and then what I'll do when I'm ready to draw it is to run the program and draw the picture. We go back to the home screen, so second quit, and it's all saved from the home screen. Press program and arrow down under execute to choose our name. Press program, and I only have one there, so I don't have to arrow down very far. Press enter, and then when it gives that command it's asking, when I press enter again, it'll draw line 1. Now if you want to go back and add more lines or edit, if you want to check the picture about every 5 lines that you put in, you really don't want to put all 38 in without checking a few first and making sure you're on the right track. Do about 5 lines, check and make sure they're drawing it in the right place. You don't have that you've got all the coordinates right. So if you want to edit something, go back into the program. To edit the program, we return to the home screen and then hit program and arrow over to edit. So second quit, go back to the home screen, hit program, arrow over to edit, press enter, and then I can go back down and add another line. Second draw 2, and the second line goes from -9,2 to -10 7. Close parenthesis, press enter. We can go back, second quit to the home screen, program, execute, enter. Now it drew both lines, lines 1 and 2. So you keep doing like that until you get them all in, until the whole picture is on your screen, and it'll save it each time. You also need to remember which calculator you're on and write that down somewhere at the top of the page so you know I'm using calculator whatever. If you're using calculator 19, well then make sure you write down which calculator you use so that tomorrow, the next time you come back for the next day, you know which calculator you are using. And then when it's all done, then you'll show me and or show the sub, and they can verify that it's all right and it looks perfect, and then you're done. If you get done fairly quickly, then you can get a clean sheet of graph paper, create your own picture, number the lines, and go through the same process and let the calculator draw your personal picture. You can delete the one you had, or you can just start a new program and leave that one there, either one. For the level 2 programming project, we're actually going to come up with the equation for each line on the picture. So for example, if we have the endpoints -7,0 and -9,2, then we're going to use stat edit we're going to put -7 0 and -9 2, want to do stat, over to calc, number 4 for linear regression. And that would give us the equation y equals negative 1x plus negative 7, or negative 1x minus 7. So we would go down here, we would write the equation y equals negative 1x minus 7, just negative x minus 7 and then for the x values we put the smaller of the two x values, which is actually negative 9, and then the bigger of the two x values, which would be negative 7, right there. And then once we want to actually program that, you'll use the same beginning parts. Go to program, arrow over to new, create your new program. Press enter, and then we'll put in the same beginning parts: clear draw, axis off, zoom standard, zoom integer, just like before. So second draw, clear draw, enter. Second zoom, axis off, enter, enter, zoom standard and zoom integer, zoom 6, zoom you can use zoom integer or you can zoom square, and then we'll use draw f function, and we'll put in all this, and you got to put it in with all the right parentheses and all the right punctuation. So draw f, so second draw, number 6 is draw f, and then we've got to put parenthesis, mx plus b, close parenthesis, divide by, double parenthesis, parenthesis, negative x minus 7, close parenthesis, divide by 2 open parentheses, and then your minimum x value, which was your negative 9, less than or equal to, which is under second math, 6 less than or equal to x close parenthesis, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, open parenthesis, then another X, another less than or equal to, second math 6, and then the bigger of the two X values, which was -7. Double close, and then press enter. And then again, when you want to run the program, oh, you got a second quit. You got to go to the home screen first. Then program, execute, enter, enter, and it'll draw that one line. Now let's go, we should probably put zoom, instead of zoom integer, let's do zoom square to make it fit the original size of the screen. So second quit, go to the home screen, program, arrow over to edit, press enter, and instead of zoom integer, I'm going to replace that with zoom square. Okay. Second quit, let's see if it runs better now. There's that line. It'll draw it more slowly using draw F, but there it's the level 2, so it's a little bit more information that you need to draw the lines. And then once you get all of them in, all your lines in, I'd run about 5 at a time, draw about 5 at a time, and make sure that they're right before you try to plug in the next 5. And then when you get all 38 in, and it runs right, then you'll be free to draw your own picture again and go through the same process using draw F.